Okay, so when Sal first got there, I had to move a couple of the dogs at the house around. Um, and sometimes the coming and going and doors closing, kind of switching out dogs, kind of gets them all jazzed up, and I get a lot of barking dogs in the house. Sal isn't usually one of the ones that are barking, but here I just have an X pin up because I know he's really good in an X pin. Even though he's a little old for it, we don't use it as much anymore. It's just still a really good tool to use when we're wanting him to be able to settle while there's a bunch of dogs going around. So even though he knows all the dogs that are coming and going, I have him set in the X pin, and I'm marking and treating for either him settling or for him not reacting to the other dogs barking or being a little nutty. So some of the times you'll see him just getting a treat just because he's not barking when others are, and sometimes you'll see that he was getting a treat for laying down. But he did great. And again, that's a mild exercise, but it's something that could possibly be used in situations where there are dogs he doesn't know that he would react to. Being in an X pin and being used to being there and settling with dogs moving around is something that you could build up to. Okay, so here I'm just having lunch, and I decided to work with Sal on a little bit of place work, and he did really great. He stayed on the entire time I was eating lunch, not even interested in getting up, and he's amazing. And I know you work on it a lot at home, so I wasn't super surprised, but I was really glad that kind of behavior that he's used to at his home can translate over here still, since it's been a while. You'll see we have dogs obviously out still, and then my daughter comes in at some point, and he only gets up when I ask him to. Even when I get up off the couch and kind of end the session, he waits for me to come over and release him with his release word, and it's beautiful. He's amazing at place work. Okay, so here's a little short video. It's also really far away and shaky. Sorry about that. But here's us kind of working on that reactivity. You'll hear Rue bark multiple times, and Sal still does really good at this distance with that disengagement game. So you can tell when he looks over at Rue, I am actually waiting for him to disengage because I feel like we're at a comfortable distance where he wasn't going to react. Now, in the beginning of our session, I wasn't waiting for that disengagement. I was marking and treating when he looked, doing some treat scatters, and trying to get further away as possible. So there was definitely some adjustment I had to make when we first started the session to see how it went. But this is kind of where we landed on our sweet spot. You can see he's very capable and able to work. He's giving me some beautiful heel positioning. He's looking over and disengaging on his own, which he's getting marked and treated for. And then we have kind of a loud, we get a little bit closer and we get some barking here soon. And as that barking starts, I turn around and do a treat scatter before he can react. I do another treat scatter because he kind of got scared. And then we call it a